Yo, what up, guys? I went to BKB 44 last night, and it was pretty crazy. I knew a couple of the fighters that were on the card, and bare knuckle boxing, it is no joke. So I'll wait here. I'll wait till it gets populated, and we'll talk about it a little bit. And I may actually even make a full video talking about it too as well. So we'll give it a couple minutes here, see who trickles in. Hopefully everyone's having a good Sunday. Everyone had a good weekend. You know, summer's starting to wind down. I noticed that the sun starts to set just a little bit earlier now, so always makes me a little bit sad. Yeah, so we'll give it a couple minutes here, see who shows up. And I've also been looking into where I'm gonna go because I'm probably gonna go back to Europe here in about another month, maybe 5 weeks. So I think I settled on probably gonna go to Hamburg, Germany, possibly Berlin, and then I'm probably gonna go back to Budapest because the coach there reached out to me and he texted me and asked me when I was gonna come back because I haven't been back for about 3 years. So it's pretty cool that he reached out to me, and I'm gonna film some videos with him, so that'll be pretty cool. All right, give it about another 30 seconds. Yeah, so my thoughts on the bare knuckle boxing. First of all, it takes some serious guts to get into the ring and fight someone bare fist. Because I've been asked several times if, would I ever try it? And I don't know if I actually ever would. I think I would try bare knuckle kickboxing because at least I could use my feet and my knees and my elbows, and I can kind of like be light on my feet, be like Bruce Lee, right? But I'm not. If I just to purely rely on just my fist, just man to man, toe to toe, it's like, you know what? I'm 44. I need my face. So, yo, what up? How you doing? Appreciate you joining me on this Sunday. Kumar, is that how you pronounce it? Make sure I'm saying it right. Kumar. Yeah, we're just talking about the bare knuckle boxing and if I ever try it. So I think, like I said, if it was bare knuckle kickboxing, I think I would try because at least I could still kick. I could use like my side kicks and my high kicks and use some spinning techniques. You from India? Awesome. Like what city in India? I'm here in Denver, Colorado. Stop yapping, get clapping. Yeah, I'm trying. Yes. What about you guys? Do you guys think you would ever try some bare knuckle boxing? What do you think about that? That's today's topic is bare knuckle boxing. Let's see. Clap them cheeks. Yeah, you know it. That's exactly what we're here for. We're doing it live. But yeah, like I said, I knew a couple people that actually fought on the card. George Martinez. He came to my kickboxing class a long time ago. We're talking probably back in like I want to say maybe 2000, like 13 maybe. So yeah, I was teaching at this jiu-jitsu gym. It wasn't a very big class, just like mainly like kickboxing for like beginners. And I remember he actually came in there, and then I bumped into him a couple times at Factory X Muay Thai, and then also another gym here in Colorado, in Littleton, Colorado. It's called Pound for Pound Fitness. Well, they changed it to Pound for Pound Muay Thai, and then so I ran into him there. So this is crazy seeing someone that came into your kickboxing class, and then like 10 plus years later, they're in the ring doing bare knuckle boxing, which is like absolutely crazy. And the thing about bare knuckle boxing, the fights don't last very long. They go quick. So the rounds were they did 5 3-minute rounds, which honestly most fights don't even get past the third round, let alone the second. Um, but yeah, they go really quick. Yo, what's up, Caroline? What's up? You're from Istanbul, Turkey. Awesome. I've always wanted to see Istanbul because there was this game I used to play. It was called Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? And I remember one of the places you could go to try to track down the criminal was at Istanbul, Turkey. So that was always like kind of on my list of places to go. Because I've been to Budapest, I've been to Vienna, Austria, I've been to Prague, which I think Prague is awesome. The vibe in Prague is off the hook. I did not want to leave. What up, Caroline? How you doing? Um, and when I was there, I remember I did not want to leave. I was trying to think to myself, hey, maybe I could teach like some kickboxing classes online, like Billy Blanks, which, by the way, I will never make fun of him again because I was like, man, if I can make money kicking, like punching a kick in the air and just shadow boxing my living room, I would definitely do it. Yeah, so everybody watching, like, where's everybody from? So I'm here in Denver, Colorado. And let me know if you guys got any questions for me. Today's topic, I'm just talking about the bare knuckle boxing that was here in Denver, Colorado last night. H-Town, baby. How you doing? What's good, Alicia? Yeah, and I also know Courtney Cameron. She was the main event, and I used to train with her like years ago too. Just doing kickboxing, and because we both used to train at this gym called Foosbox MMA in Alicia. My bad. Okay, I got you, Alicia. I got you. Because we used to both train at the gym called Foosbox MMA in Arvada. So we used to train together, and it's crazy just seeing how far she's come. Because same thing, we used to spar together, and then basically 10 years later, she's the main event of the BKB. So, oh, I still got it wrong. Hold up, Alisa, Alisa, is that right? All right, I think I got you. Did I get it right? Alisa. Alice. Still wrong? All right. My bad. I'll just call you the Don. How about that? I'll just call you the Don. Yeah, so what's everybody doing? Everybody have a good weekend? Sure that works too. Yep. Yeah. Shout out to the Don. But yeah, again, just going back to just bare knuckle boxing. Um, if anybody here, do you think you would ever try bare knuckle boxing? And how much would you have to get paid to try bare knuckle boxing? Like for me, like you got to do that for like you got to come out like 50K to win, or like 50K to show and 50K to win, and then you got to cover all my medical bills, like dental bills if I lose my teeth, like my hands. Like yeah, you gotta pay me. There's no way I would do that. Um, I need my face. Yeah, making that money. Yeah, I feel you. Same thing. I'm just trying to make money too. I just started doing like these live stream videos because I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone because I actually talk for a living because I teach kickboxing. I teach kickboxing lessons. I do private lessons. I'm also a portrait photographer, so I could do a lot of talking. And I just remember thinking to myself, like it's kind of hard to make YouTube videos, honestly, because you got to be in the right location, have the right lighting. You got to make it cinematic. You got to make sure you got your script memorized. You got to speak well. And if you're trying to film outside, people are kind of walking by, kind of looking at you, like trying to figure out what you're doing. And you might feel a little bit self-conscious. So I was like, you know what? Like, let me just hop on some lives, just try that, see if I can get an audience going, and see if people like some of these lives. Yo, what up, player? How you doing? You having a good weekend? What's good? Awesome, that's good to hear. And everybody that's watching, since summer's starting to wind down a little bit, do you feel like you got the most out of summer? And did you accomplish your goals? Did you do what the things you wanted to do? And if so, what did you hope to accomplish this summer? Because I'd say for me, I'd say for the most part, I accomplished some of my goals. Like I said, I also work as a portrait photographer, and I'm shooting a wedding at the end of the month, which is pretty cool. It's nice to step out of like boxing in the kickboxing area, like arena, to do like some other things. But I do feel like I could have done a little bit more this summer. I feel like. So what about you guys? What do you think? Do you feel like you accomplished your goals? Is there something else you want to do? Let's see. Yes. You got your personal trainer license and reaching the fitness and financial goals. That's what's up. Yeah, I think personal training can be really rewarding. Because I remember when I first became a trainer, because I've worked a lot of jobs, and I remember thinking to myself, I can't believe I just got paid $50 an hour to just help someone get in shape. We talked half the time. Because I remember I was working as a substitute teacher at the time, and oh my gosh, because I'm in the Denver area, and those kids would go hard, like even the sixth graders. I'm just like, dang, and I was there all day long. They only paid $80 for the whole day. I'm there for probably like 8 or 9 hours. Plus, I got to write like a recap. And then I remember I go to like this boxing gym, and then I did 3 private lessons, and I made $150 in 3 hours. And I'm like, okay, like hold up. I don't think I can go back to being a substitute teacher after that, because I was like, I just made $150 for doing 3 hours of work, and I could be a substitute teacher working all day long with bad kids, like just going in on me, trying to cuss me out, like being rude. So I was like, nah, I don't think I can go back. So I think personal trainer is a good job, and especially if you get some clients, some regular clients, you'll actually start becoming friends. And then after a while, it almost doesn't even feel like work, because you're just helping them get in shape, you're talking. And don't be surprised if they start like telling you about like their dating life, like, oh man, like my boyfriend said this or my girlfriend did this. And whenever my girl leaves the room, she always takes her phone with her, or she leaves it face down, or she comes to the room and she turns like kind of moves away from me a little bit. So don't be surprised if you start turning into a dating coach too. And I've even had friends tell me like, man, you're pretty good at giving dating advice. You should start like a whole service. Like you should like help people get in shape, like take photos for them for their Tinder profile and their Hinge profile, and then give them some dating advice, and do one big thing where I just offer like a whole package. Like I'll get you in shape, we'll take you photos, and I'll give you dating advice. Another thing I noticed is like getting certified. Like the prices have gone so high on getting certifications, because I was looking to get like other certifications, and I'm like, dang, like they really jacked the price up on those, some of those. But that's definitely a good job. And also like for like your boxing coaches and kickboxing coaches, uh, one thing that I've been working on is not letting people take advantage of my time. Because one thing is, when you start getting some clients and you start having like a good relationship with them, they start to think like, oh, they can kind of show up late, and oh, hey, I'm just running 15 minutes behind, but they still want the full hour. So it's like, hey, you got to kind of check them at the beginning and say like, hey, this is the time. If we got a session from 1 till 2, time starts at 1. If you're 8 minutes late, 7 minutes late, like, hey, I'm leaving at 2 o'clock. Because I've had people take advantage of my time a lot too, and it doesn't feel the best, because you think you're trying to provide a service for them, you're trying to be their friend, you're trying to help them, but they just, for some reason, they think they can just kind of just come anytime they want. Or the worst is they'll be like, well, hey, we'll come and do the session. It'll be like Tuesday, and they'll be like, well, hey, is it cool if I just hit you up like the next few days, like for the money? And you're just like, dang, like, so that's one thing you got to kind of check is make sure they're paying you, make sure if they show up late, you could be like, look, hey, our session's from 1 to 2, so I'm leaving at 2 o'clock. Now, if it's my fault for showing up late, that's my thing. But if we got our session at this time, you got to kind of stand to it. Yeah, and to kind of jump back real quick, back into the main topic, the bare knuckle boxing. Um, I really hope they cover all their expenses, because some people, they were really getting jacked up. I mean, like, you could be some of the best fighters, but once you take the gloves off, like your technique's got to change, like the timing and the pacing of the fight changes because you'll see people just leap at each other. So it's really hard to be super technical and be light on your feet and think you're gonna come out and it's okay, cool. I'm gonna establish my jab. I'm gonna hit him with a 1-1-2. I'm gonna slip roll. I'm gonna shuffle step and do all these techniques, but nah, it's probably the closest thing to like a real fight as it's gonna get. So all the fancy footwork and all the head movement that kind of goes out the window. It kind of comes down to who gets off first, uh, who lands the best shot, and that's it. Because those fights do not go the distance. The main event did, but yeah, for the most part, like it was like bada boom, bada bang. Like there's some 15-second KOs. There was a 30-second KO. And there was one fight. Actually, let me pull it up because I have it saved right here. Make sure I got their names. Make sure I got their names right. It was Williams versus Wright. There was a little bit of lull in the action because I was trying to record it because I was like, I mean, hopefully I can get like a nice KO. And then there's a little bit of lull in the action, so I was like, all right, cool. They're probably just gonna fill each other out. I stopped recording. I kid you not. 10 seconds later, bam, knockout. And I was like, oh. That could have been really good for my page. I could have got some good hits off that KO, but it was a good KO. But one of my friends, Michael Santos, he got a really good KO. He actually got KO of the night. He got that one done. That's actually on my page. If you look at some of my shorts, you can take a look at that if you missed it. But yeah, those fights are crazy. And I've also, and I also noticed that it seems like older fighters tend to do it because it's like they're kind of towards the end of their career, and it looks like they want to get just like one or two like more good paydays. So I've noticed like, and even the music they're playing, because like one of my friends that was standing next to me, they're like, dang, they're playing like some millennial throwback music for a lot of people walking out to. They're coming out to a lot of like 2000s hits. So yeah, I've noticed it's definitely for like kind of like the older crowd. Or like the like semi borderline retired fighters to kind of come out and try to get like a good payday before they kind of go off in the sunset. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, that is a tough way to make a living. Definitely, like more power to them that they can go out there and just bang it out bare knuckle. I think it's tough. And like I said, my friend Courtney Cameron, I even told her straight up, I'm like, hey, I just like bowed down. I'm like, you are my hero because I've had 22 fights. I've done a little bit of everything. I've done exhibition, I've done smoker fights, I've done point fighting, I've done kickboxing, I've done boxing, I've done Muay Thai. But that's one thing I don't think I would do. I don't think I could do the bare knuckle. Like that's just, ugh. And some of the people I talk with, because I'm friends with a few of them, they say it's a weird feeling hitting somebody in the face bare knuckle. And you have to be really careful because you could easily break your hand. Because if you hit the top of their head, you can break your hand really easy. And they were saying it just feels really strange, just like the impact of hitting somebody bare-fisted to the face or to the nose. It feels really strange. You can like they said they can feel the tissue and the stuff in their face moving. But yeah, but definitely like the defense has got to change because when you have a glove, or even if it's an MMA glove, you can still kind of parry, try to catch. And then with boxing gloves, like covering hooks, you can still cover the hook. But again, if it's bare knuckle, you can still take some damage. You can come around your guard right here, so you can still get hit. So I have like the biggest respect for people that can get in there and do some bare knuckle. So I think I'll probably make like a full video about it, so like a little bit of a recap and just kind of break it down. And another thing, I don't know if I would try either. I might try. It's like left away Muay Thai rules, where you can actually do headbutts, and I think it's considered bare knuckle. But sometimes they'll have like rope around their hands. That I would maybe try because at least you can still get into the clinch and you can throw some knees, you can throw some elbows, and throw some other techniques. And I think if you're doing like full left away rules, like if you get knocked out, they'll give you like up to 5 minutes. I'll have to double check it, but I think they give you up to 5 minutes to recover to see if you want to continue. And then you can go out and fight again. But like, it's crazy because you could possibly get knocked out twice in the same night. So it's like you get knocked out, you recover, you go back out, and you get knocked out again. So it's like maybe you might want to fight another day. It might not be the best like for your health to get knocked out twice in the same night. Yeah, so I'll probably hop off here in a few more minutes, but for the people that did join me, thank you for joining me. Appreciate it. So I'm trying to do a little bit more live streaming because, like I said, it's definitely more challenging to do the YouTube videos. And like I said, you got to get your lighting right, your angles right. You got to make sure your mics are good. Make sure you're not saying and you're studying over your words, and you got to do lots of takes. And if you're trying to film in public, you got people walking by. So that's why I kind of like doing like these live videos, because you can just say what you got to say. If you say or stutter, hey, you know, it is what it is. Just like teaching a class or giving a speech. So I kind of like doing these live streams. So if you guys like them, I'll start doing them. I'll trying to do them about once a week. And then also, I've been looking into going to Germany here, probably in the middle of September. So I'm gonna try to go to Hamburg and probably Berlin, and then I'm thinking about going back to Budapest because I want to start doing like some international content. I think it'd be good because I do a lot of like video work at the gyms I work at, because I work at Boxing in Littleton, also Black 21 Striking and Fitness, then another one called Denver Muay Thai, which is all good, but I think it's kind of time I kind of branch out a little bit and like I do some more traveling, because I haven't been back to Europe for about 3 years now. So I think it'd be good to go back and see the old coach that I trained with a couple years ago, because he reached out to me, and see if I can put together some good videos for you. And also let me know in the comment section if you guys are watching the replay, what kind of videos you want to see, because of course I'll do like some tutorials, and then I'll do like a day in a life, like what it's like in Germany, training in Germany. I'll do that kind of stuff, and maybe I'll do some stuff like on some hiking and do some fitness doing that. But yeah, I definitely plan on like exploring the city and kind of documenting what I'm going to be doing. So I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, and for the guys that are watching, thank you for the likes, thank you for the support. And if you guys, before I dip out, I'll stay for a few more minutes. Is there any questions you got for me? Any type of videos you want to see? Any feedback on some of the videos that I've been posting? Because I've been posting a lot of shorts lately, and those seem to be doing pretty well, because I notice whenever I try to do anything longer than about 30 seconds, you guys are like, nah, I'm out, swipe. So I try to keep them kind of short, just to the point, like 15 seconds. But if you guys want like longer ones, let me know. And if you want some more tutorials, I do have some paid ones, like for the membership section. If you want to see just no storylines, you want to get straight to it and just see like the techniques and the drills, which I'm kind of like that too. Some videos I just want to see the techniques. I don't need like a big storyline, and I don't need me to see someone like getting out of bed, putting their shoes on and yawning and pouring coffee into the cup, and then they're driving and vlogging. So sometimes I don't even need to see all that. Sometimes I just want to see the techniques and see what you're trying to do. So you guys just give me some feedback. Let me know what you want to see. If you want like longer shorts, you want to keep the shorts the same, like 15 seconds. My main videos, I'm going to try to make those like around like the 8 to 12 minute mark. I might even make them a little bit longer when I go to travel. So you guys just let me know what you guys want to see. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. So I'll go ahead and dip out. If there's anything else, just leave a comment real quick before I dip out. Thank you guys. And hopefully I can get this growing a little bit, because I want to get to the point where I can be live streaming maybe once a week, and maybe even twice a week. And, you know, we can talk about just about anything. I mean, we can talk about dating, we can talk about training, fitness, life issues. Like one video I regret making, I might still make it, is Shannon Sharp, and how we got caught up with that OnlyFans model. And what I saw is he had to pay her, I think it was $23 million. And that's more than he made in his entire NFL career, which is crazy. So if you guys want me to start venturing out and start making more content like that, I can definitely do that. I think it'd be kind of cool, because fitness stuff is fun, but it's nice to just do some regular topics and like some off topics and stuff like that. Like Conor McGregor, when he slid in that lady's DMs and showed his mini me. Yeah, like I should have made a video about that too. That's crazy. Cool. All right, guys, so I'm gonna dip out here. Unless anybody's got something, a topic that you want me to talk about real quick, I'll go ahead and dip out. So for those that commented and thank you for liking the video. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I really like doing this because it's a nice change for me, because I teach a lot of classes throughout the week. So it's nice to just use a different part of my brain for a change. And it's nice to get off topic and talk about other things, like talk about travel. Like, of course, we can talk about fitness. That's easy. You know, we talk about dieting, we talk about cars, anything like that. So just let me know what kind of stuff you guys want to see. So thanks for joining me on this Sunday. Hope you guys had a good weekend. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.